Hello everybody, HK Takio here. Today I bring you week 2 of the PWC. We up against Justin, a good friend, just in case. Our student, our prodigy. um, yeah, last season we played Justin. We actually managed to beat him in a very close game. So I know he will be seeking revenge this time around. So we're gonna go through the team that Justin has and then what we can brought against it, and we'll get right into the game. First, I wasn't confident in this game because I feel like Justin has a tremendous matchup against me, just because Kieran Black just fist my entire team. I don't have a safe switching for it whatsoever, and Arcanine is a problem. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's go through Justin's team. He has access to a Kieran Black, Arcanine, Shaman, Primarina, Tank, Substrika, Landers, Aerodactyl, which is regular, Metagross, Hitmonchan, and Mega Sableye. So Justin has a very powerful team. He drafted a really strong team, and yeah, we tried to come up with the best team we could to face him. But this is gonna be an insane matchup. So yeah, let's get right into the game. I mean the team. Sorry. The first one I decided to bring, was Roserade, a Black Sludge Roserade, with Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, Toxic Spikes, and Sleep Powder. Basically, these spikes work really well against Justin, but he does have a Mega Sableye, and that's an issue. So I kinda made it so I can bait in the Sableye with some of my other mons, get rid of it, and then set up the T-Spikes for potential late game cleaning for Mimikyu. That was my original plan. So what the fuck? Okay, sorry, I just did this team builder here because this. Why do I have 252 in attack? Okay, this was right here. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah. So this is a very fast Rosary. Very offensive. Relief Storm, Slush Bomb, like I said, hits a lot of Justin's team, except the Metagross, which that's what we have Sleep Powder for. I was gonna put a Hidden Power Fire, but it was only for the Metagross, and if it didn't bring it, it was gonna be useless. And then putting anything to sleep would also be nice in case I don't get to set up my T-Spikes. So yeah, next one we have over here is Heracross. We have Heracross with a Salac Berry, with Close Combat, Mega Horn, Endure, and Substitute, with Moxie as the ability. So this Heracross is supposed to also be a late game win con, which it does very good against Justin's team. The speed on this Heracross is to speed non-speed nature Kieran Black, because I believe that hits 29. And yeah, if it's like, let's say he's naive, let's just say he's modest. All right, let's say he's modest, Choice Scarf, he Ice Beams, we go for Endure, activates our Salac Berry, then we will be able to outspeed him, because it will be like kinda, we get like a Choice Scarf boost type of thing, because we get the +1. So that would be pretty cool if we can pull this off. The only mon that can take this thing on is the Landers Eye, which that mon is a threat. So if we can get Lando Eye out of the way, then Heracross can potentially win, and very important task for Heracross here. Just max attack, a little bit of defense, nothing too crazy. Then we have Tyranitar. We bring in a defensive Tyranitar this week, with the Stone Edge, Stealth Rocks, Ice Punch, and Crunch. These coverage moves hit the entire of Justin's team. I just threw Rockstar because this is mainly defensive T-Tar, so like I don't want to make it Dragon Dance. And if we can set up Rockets and something that's switching out, then that would be amazing for us. 240 HP and 184 and 40 speed F with a careful nature allows us to leave a modest max special attack focus blast from Kyurem Black on sand. So that's pretty insane, to be honest. This, I guess this is our Kyuremizer, kind of. It's very Kyurem is such a threat to my team, but yeah, and we can obviously do a ton of damage with Stunnage after rocks. I'm pretty sure some Oko, or it might be close to, and then we just throw the rest of EVs on defense, and I think those 44 to ensure 2 hit KO on something. So yeah, T-Tar here, defensive mon, just to kind of check Kyurem. Then we have a bait type of thing on Stoutland, because you would think Stoutland would run Sandrush, right? But no, we are running Scrappy with Expert Belt with Superpower, Facade, Crunch, and Ice Fang. This was basically my lead, because at least last week Justin did lead with the Mega Sableye, which that one is annoying, so annoying for my team to deal with. So I want him to lead Sableye, so I lead with Stoutland and go for a turn 1 Superpower Expert Belt Scrappy, which would do around 90%, I think, even if it's like defensive, like physically defensive. And then if he goes for like a knockoff, if he goes for a Will-O-Wisp, would actually be good for me, because I can go for Facade next turn and do a massive damage to whatever comes in. The only thing that this will not work if, let's say he leads Sableye, I lead Starland, and he goes for Recover turn 1, and then, you know, because after Superpower be a -1 attack, I don't see that happening, but it could happen. And Crunch for the Metagross. Ice Fang hits the Lander's Eye, that's the only thing it hits. But yeah, and just Superpower and Facade mainly. This could work. It's very, very specific. I know I could have run a Play Rough, but Play Rough wasn't doing nearly enough as Superpower is, because Superpower is base 120 attack, so also can be cool because of the Scrappy, you know, surprise him. The EV spread, just max attack Adamant, 96 speed is for something, some of his defensive mon, I don't remember what is it. 152 HP, just so we can take any hit. It's kind of bulky. I think we take an Ice Beam from Kyurem. I'm pretty sure we did take an Ice Beam from Kyurem Black, but yeah, Stoutland, very, very cool mon to try out against him, and hopefully it does work. Next up we have Heatran with an Air Balloon, and this is in quotes my revenge killer for Kyurem Black, because if he kills something, we come in with Heatran, and like we will be on the balloon, because I would try to not get this balloon popped, at least not early game. So we come in on the balloon, and then he's like either switches in or just takes the hit, and we are very offensive Heatran, kind of like last week, honestly. Pretty sure this is the same moveset, but this is the best moveset I could bring against him. I have Fire Blast, Air Power, Hidden Power Ice, and Flash Cannon that hits the entire Justin's team for a lot of damage. Hidden Power Ice is always for the Lander's Eye. Also, if Lander's Eye is Choice Scarf, and if it's locked in Earth Power, and we still have our Air Balloon, we can just come in and proceed to go from there, because he will not be able to touch us. 200 Timid, it's 12 speed, I believe Jolly Metagross, max speed Jolly Metagross, and max special attack, and just the little bit of EVs left thrown into HP just to take hits better. So yeah, Heatran is also one of the mons to open up space for Heracross and Mimikyu on the late game sweep. So next up is Mimikyu, and hopefully this mon is the one that carries us to victory, because I feel like this is the mon that has the best chance of sweeping at the end. But we do need to weaken Justin's team a lot. If he does bring that Arcanine, it's gonna be a pain. So we can need that for Mimikyu. That would just be amazing. We're carrying Play Rough, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Source Dance. Initially I wanted Leech Life for Shaman, but I thought with Heatran and Heracross and potentially Rose Raid, we can deal very well with Shaman. So hopefully Shaman doesn't come. I really don't want to see it because he just beats Teeth hard, and I guess it's just annoying. And basically, if it's physically defensive, Mimikyu cannot really kill it. So yeah, just basically set up Mimikyu. EVs are pretty standard. 248 Jolly outspeeds Kyurem Black with a positive speed nature, so something like Naive, Jolly, Timid, whatever. We can outspeed that. 252 attack, just max attack. And then I really wanted it to go Adamant, but not being able to outspeed Kyurem would be disastrous for us, because Kyurem's ability, Terrabolt I think it's called, breaks through this guy, so that would be really bad for us. And yeah, I mean, that's the team against Justin. I don't think there's anything else to say, so we'll just hop into the battle real quick, which is right here. So Justin decided to bring the Kyurem Black, the Sableye, Arcanine, Miltank, Metagross, and Landorus Eye. Basically everything that I expected. I just didn't think Miltank would come. I thought what's his name, Shaman would come instead of that. But Miltank is very annoying, and it makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because he takes on Heatran with the Thick Fat ability, so that's good for him. Yeah, nonetheless, let's get on the game. Like I said, we're gonna lead with Stoutland, hoping he leads the Sableye, but he actually ends up leading with Arcanine, which is, it's the worst lead possible for me because he intimidates me, and I'm 99% sure this thing has close combats. If you look at my team, I do not have Arcanine switching at all. Like, I could go Mimikyu, but if he goes for the Flare Blitz, expecting that, I just lose my Disguise turn 1, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go into Arcanine, hoping he goes for the Flare Blitz or the Will-O-Wisp or whatever. But he does go for the close combat, and we take 82%. So that's completely terrible on our part. Expecting another close combat just to finish it off, because I don't think Flare Blitz kills at that point. He goes for, we go into Rose Raid, and here we have a really good chance to kill with the Sludge Bomb, so that's what we're gonna go for. But he does switch in Metagross. This is where having Heated Power Ground would have been really good, because like I would have been able to Steel Code the Arcanine and get some chip damage from Metagross, but that's hindsight 2020. It didn't happen, so we're gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, like, it's immune to it. Here, I didn't want to reveal the Sleep Powder just yet, so I'm gonna switch out and sack my T-Tar, because it's not doing anything at 20%. It's not walling anything. Even Miltank kills it at this point. We're gonna go into Heatran with Balloon. We're actually going to double expecting his Miltank, because this is obviously his Heatran answer. So we're gonna go. He's gonna go into Miltank. So we go into Heracross. We set up a substitute, so we can start doing damage to this. We go for a close combat, but he reveals a Chop Berry, which is very annoying because now he can break her sub with the Earthquake. So here I really wanted to sub up again. I really wanted to, but I ended up not doing it, and that's unfortunate. So we're gonna go for another close combat. That's because we intimidated. That does literally nothing to the Arcanine. But I know he's more likely gonna go for the Morning Sun right now, so we're gonna pull into Heatran. And I mean, he can go for close combat freely here, but we can 2-hit kill this with the Earth Power. So this is what we're gonna go for. So unfortunately, we do lose our Balloon, but I had no other play because this Arcanine is such a threat. So here we kinda here we should have just Earth Power again, but I thought he might have wanted to go Landers in a very aggressive switch, because that would have put him in a incredible position if he went Landers and as I go for an Earth Power. So I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power Ice, and I crit this Miltank, and I want to switch into Heracross here because I've seen the Earthquake, but I got overzealous after seeing the Flash Cannon had a chance to kill. I don't remember the roll on top of my head, but I think it was like from I don't think it was like from 43, 42 to like 49. So it was kind of like a mid roll. So I decided to go for it. I'm gonna go for the flash cannon, and we are not gonna get the roll. We're gonna get 41%, which is very unfortunate. So it was like 41 or 40 to something. So yeah, it was a roll. Unfortunate for us. He might have more extra SPF investment though, so we don't know. Unfortunately, we lose our Heatran very early, and we're in a terrible position right now because we lost our Heatran and our Tyranitar. We have no Stout Rocks. Metagross, it looks such a threat every time it comes in. It just clicks Meteor Mash and gets a kill. Landorus, it just gets a kill, and we're just looking really bad right now. So we're gonna set up T-Spikes. Maybe we can do something because of that. As he goes into the Metagross here. Here's was, oh my god, I wish I had Hidden Power Ground at this point, because you're gonna see, like, if I did get some chip damage on this Metagross, this game could have a very, very heavy turn. So here we're gonna go for Sleep Powder. We're gonna reveal that right now, and we're gonna switch into Stoutland so we can start crunching and doing stuff. And because of T-Spikes, Arcanine doesn't really want to come in, doesn't really come in safely on Stoutland. So unfortunately for us though, he does go breaks through the first turn sleep, and that's just completely terrible, because now we take like 50% in a Stoutland and Metagross is wide awake. So really, really bad for us. He goes into Arcanine. I'm gonna just go Rose right here, because I know he's probably gonna Morning Sun, and that's exactly what he does. Here I could have sacked Stoutland, but I don't know, I didn't do it. I went for Sludge Bomb just to get some damage on this Arcanine, because this thing is so fucking annoying, and I need him gone so Mimikyu can have a very slim chance of sweeping this late game. We're gonna go into Heracross, and we're gonna go for a close combat. The reason why we didn't sub there is because he had Rookie Helmet, or like that would have been terrible for us. So here he goes into the Landers, right? And we have our Solid Berry, and because we're a +1, we can get a nice 60 to 70% with a close combat, because Heracross is very strong, and we are a +1, and we will be in okay, never mind. I was gonna say we were in swarm range, but we're not. Anyways, yeah, just ignore everything that I said. So he goes into Landers. We go for the Endure to activate our berry. As he goes for the Earth Power, we activate our Salek, and now we're +1/+1. But he reveals his Choice Scarf, so everything goes down to fucking drain. So we're in a terrible position. Like I said, we're gonna go into our Mimikyu. As he Earth Powers his Choice Scarf, so he really has no reason to switch out. He goes for the Swords Dance. Here powers again. I know I can live it. We're gonna go for the Ghost TMZ, because that's the only thing that it can kill these Landers. Essentially going for Shadow Claw and then Shadow Sneak afterwards. I don't remember if that killed, but if that did, then that would have been the best play. You'll see why. As he goes into the Metagross, and okay, sorry. This is a very important turn right here, so I just want to play it. I don't know if Shadow Claw plus Shadow Sneak killed. Actually, I might have misplayed there, but like I say, I was in the back this entire battle. So he goes into a Metagross, right? And this is definitely a max HP Metagross. I know this because I have a freaking Latios, and without Metagross, Latios completely runs throwing through Justin's team, and I know Justin very well. I know how he builds. He makes his sets very complex and very specific. So I know this Metagross is gonna be some type of max HP set, more likely Assault Vest. It could be a Cobo Berry, you know, anything like that. So Mimikyu is jolly, right? And Shadow Claw does a maximum amount, a +2 of 90%. So this Metagross is guaranteed to live this Shadow Claw and kill me back with like Earthquake or Meteor Mash. If it doesn't want to risk Meteor Mash, just go for Earthquake. He kills me with anything right now. If I go for Shadow Sneak, which does 50% guaranteed, I have a very small chance, 6 point, whatever the chance is for critting. So if I crit him with Shadow Sneak, I win this game because I kill Sableye with the player off next turn, and I do outspeed the Kyurem, which Justin did tell me at the end of the game is not Choice Scarf Kyurem. I do outspeed him and kill him with the player off. So I player off 2 times. As long as I don't miss, I win this game. So my play here, it's 100% Shadow Sneak, because if I go for the Shadow Claw, and if he does have the Bullet Punch, then I don't get damage at all. So my best bet was the crit, and that's what I'm gonna go for here. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Sneak. We do not get the crit, unfortunately, and he does kill us with the Earthquake. So this was not a choke. He was at the end max HP. I talked to him after the game, so Shadow Claw would have not killed. Okay. So fuck you, ABP. I'm just kidding. Alright, so he goes into the Sableye, a Sweet Crunch. At this time, it's pretty much over. But thanks the fact that he does not see Scrappy coming. I mean, at this point, player would have killed anyways. But we're gonna go for the Superpower, just to shut off with Scrappy, and it's gonna be a 2-0 loss for us. Am I upset? Not really. I feel like Justin played amazingly well. Definitely prepped really well. I tried my best on my prep. I feel like Heracross is something like I have to go outside of the book. Like I have to think outside of the box to come up with the Heracross set. And yeah, I mean, essentially having Hidden Power Ground on Roserade would have been better, because we were able to hit the Arcanine for a lot of damage, which the Arcanine did. Proved to be a pain on the ass, and we would have gotten some chip damage on this Metagross, which means I could have gone for the Shadow Claw, as Justin did not have the Bullet Punch. So could have been, should have been, it didn't, because yeah. So yeah, we are going to lose 2-0. Congrats to Justin. He's now 2-0 himself, and I think like +7, and we are gonna be 1-1. +3, so not the end of the world. 1 win, 1 loss the first 2 weeks. Our matchup was insane. Like I feel it wasn't good at all. I might be wrong, but yeah, we just gotta focus on the next game. We play Storm, coach of the San Diego Sneasels, and we're gonna try to pick up the win so we go back in the winning side of things. So congrats to Justin. Right now he's away in a trip to the mountains or whatever, something like that. So his team will be coached by someone else temporarily. So hopefully he keeps Justin Schraker really good, because Justin had an amazing start of the season, and I'm actually glad to see he's doing this well here in Maine. So amazing for Justin. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say. I'll just see y'all next week with the game against Storm, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.